So the reality and the numbers that I usually use when we talk about this is I talk about to compare it to rehab. In rehab, it takes 7 times on average before a person can become considered clean or sober. I use the same number. It can take a woman up to 7 times of repeating the cycle of domestic violence before she's finally able to break free. Some people it's less, some people it's more. That's kind of the middle area. So I also translate that number into our terms of success. I would say that for every 7 women that we see, 2 out of 7 are successful, maybe their first time through the shelter. They've got a new house, they've got a new job. They aren't going back to the abuser or into a similar situation. Another 2 out of 7 might be successful their second or third time through a shelter. So they've seen it, they've witnessed it, it's hard to leave, so they go back, or there's other reasons to go back. And then we see them again next year or in a couple years. Maybe things are okay for a time, and then they lost control. So on average, I would say about 4 out of 7 women we see success with long term. Another 3 out of 7, we don't. And that's the reality, and it's part of what makes it all so messy, because sometimes there's no clear and obvious way to leave a situation. Sometimes there's no way to leave a situation without leaving your kids or without leaving something that you can't live without. So the reality is that we're not a perfect fit for everybody. We'll do everything that we can to make you a perfect fit. But whether it's going back to the same abuser or going back to a different situation that is still abusive, we don't always achieve all of the goals that we'd like to with some of our ladies. But that's another thing, is because control is such a part of abuse, we never ever want to control someone while they're here or control the choices that they make. So if they choose to go back into a relationship like that, we're certainly not going to shame them or make them feel guilty about it, but we'll encourage them as they go, and we'll encourage them to remember that we're still here if things get out of hand again. So I just think that's an important conversation to have, and also because I want people to understand that we might not be a perfect fit for you, another program might be. Maybe your family has the answers for you. Whatever you need to get out of your domestic violence situation, find it and pursue it, because it's what will help you. But you may not get out of a situation if you don't pursue the help. It's a tricky balance. It's messy work. There is some gray areas, but I just feel like it's important to talk about just a little bit. If you feel like you are being affected by one of these situations, whether it's physical or sexual or anything that runs the spectrum, give us a call. The hotline number is 757-251-0144. They also have an online chat option that's now available. If you visit the YWCA of South Hampton Roads website, there's a link there. Get help. We're here to help. You don't have to commit to anything over the phone. It can be as simple as, I'd like to talk to someone about what I'm experiencing, and then we'll take it from there.